is Lena Wilson, and I am in group 2 for discussion video 2. I'm in this group with Olivia and Giovanni, so hey y'all. Um, to, so today we cover chapters 4 and 5 for lifespan and motor development. And so basically I'm just going to say what I've learned from the two chapters. So for chapter 4, the development of basically a um, the fetal development, but most of it was pretty much a review, being though that I just took a general anatomy with Dr. Hall, and that's kind of the last subject or topic that we talked about. So everything was pretty much a review. For the embryo development that comes from the ovum or the spermatozoon, all that was pretty much review. I did learn that hyperplasia and hypertrophy. I kind of forgot, so it was a refresher that they cause the growth of organs and tissues. So that was pretty good. And then the sigmoid curve, I don't think I really learned that one. So that was new, and that's basically illustrating the growth curve. And then um, out of everything out the chapter, what was most interesting was that um, monarchy or whatever. I didn't know that was a name for women, like when we have um, for our first period, like the first menstrual cycle. So that was pretty interesting because I didn't know that, or I didn't know that term. Last but not least, for chapter 4 is the extrinsic influence, which is that environmental factors can affect the body's metabolism. So basically, I have older sisters, they're twins, and they both had children, and they both breastfeed, or one's breastfed until my nephew was 1 year old, and then one is my other sister, she's still breastfeeding my other nephew, and he's about 9, 10 months. So she's gonna continue until he's about 1 year old or 1.5, I don't know. So basically, I say this because the fact that they use their natural um, milk from their breast, it reduces the risk of infection. And so that's basically like an example of extrinsic influence. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I could relate to that. For chapter 5, it was basically identifying development changes for skeletal changes in the muscular system, skeletal and adipose, endocrine. So this chapter again was a review for me. Mind you, I did forget a lot of this information, so it was pretty good or cool to go over it again and read it. Um, what stood out the most was basically growth plates, or how we grow and when we stop growing, and the fact that the long bone has the epiphysis, and then the middle is the diaph. I don't know how to say it, and we have the cartilage in the middle, and basically by the time we hit 18 and 19, the cartilage disappears and we stop growing. So for anyone who wants to continue to grow and is not growing, now we know why. And so that was pretty cool to go through. And then like the end of the chapter was going over muscle contraction, and I pretty much know all that information, how the thick and thin filaments, how the Z line, everything contracts, and then the other systems like endocrine system um, is responsible for the hormones throughout our body, and genes and nutrition, and then how the fact that adipose is really used for energy storage, insulation, and protection. And most people forget about that part of adipose. And then the parts of the brain was also a review, and the heart as well. So chapter 4 and 5 really do tie together really well. And so again, it was good to review both chapters. And I'm approaching 5 minutes. And so this is the end of my video. Thanks, guys.